Welcome to another session where I trade the Nasdaq 100 futures live. I'm happy you tuned in and look forward to making this a profitable afternoon. All right, guys, welcome back. My name is Chris. It is February 8th, 2022. Let's bang this out. We are trading the Nasdaq futures, and we got a few things we need to cover to make sure that we are all on the same page as we are trading this instrument today. So first and foremost, right now, let me just arrange my desktop here. All right. Let's take a look at where we're at in the Nasdaq daily over the last couple of days. Hello, Insel. Welcome back to the group. Over the last couple of days, we have been looking at the Nasdaq daily, and we had a retest of the 410 support, and then it just went sideways. And as I told you guys, it's going to test the 410. It's either going to rip up or go sideways. Now we've been watching the filter here at the bottom, this lower filter, and it just crossed the zero line today. Right here. Look at this bad boy. So being that it just crossed the zero line, guys, and you had institutional flow based on the COT report going back into the asset, evidenced by the trace of the blue line right here. As of last Thursday, we had more inflow going into the asset finally after this long drawdown.
On US-China relations in Hong Kong. According to a statement, US and other nations have expressed deep concern at Hong Kong and mainland Chinese authorities' attacks on freedom of press and their suppression of independent local media in Hong Kong. A statement from US and other nations here against Hong Kong and mainland Chinese authorities' attacks on freedom of press.
All right, that's the news squawk that I subscribe to for daily trading out of London. So if you didn't hear that, just let me know and I'll turn up the volume a little more. So finalizing the daily chart, guys, there's been more institutional flow coming in. We had the very important filter right here cross to the upside. So I am expecting more movement to the upside in the Nasdaq 100 in the coming days. All right. Let's go on to the 5-minute here. 5-minute right here has, basically ripped through all levels, and it's really at the height of the day right now, with the Nasdaq being at about 190 points. I decided to add that 61.8% Fibonacci retracement, which was kind of neat to see it work today. You had price resistance here, hit my version of a Fibonacci, did a retrace, came back to the 61.8, and then just ripped up to the 50% Fibonacci, which is up here. So I went ahead and added those just for visual edification. And so you guys can't see the yellow line because it's way up here, but that is the 50% for the Fibonacci. So anyway, that's where we're at on the 5-minute. We are definitely not in consolidation zone. We were just a few moments ago before I went live. I'm sorry, guys, but I had some technical difficulty launching the live stream at exactly 12:30 today. So I had to restart it and tweak some setting, and then get it to fire back up again. So I apologize if there was a hiccup with that. Let's take a look at the overnight session. Overnight session clocked a few good trades, and it is signaling that there might be a short at some point, right here. The other overnight experimental sessions, however, have been long. And this has just been long on this huge rip right here. This caught a short trade probably several bars early. And again, these are experimental. I'm still working on these. Let's take a peek at my ES. My ES right here had a very impressive robustness early in the morning, with the exception of this trade here. Flagged the short, but the market did an about face and just ripped up, but it did catch the upside on this candle right here. So that's all I have with these, but let's go over to the live trades here. I've got a buy signal here on the short amplitude swing strategy. And for you guys who aren't familiar, this tracks very short amplitude swings in the market right here. Got a short trade here, short trade here, and that's what I've got on the standard algos right now. As far as market instability goes, yeah, we are way up on top right there. We are long due for a some type of pullback to the downside right there. And as far as the AI algos go, this one right here has clocked the upside perfectly right here today. Okay, so this has just been going up, 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 up all morning, and it should be done within 15 minutes time. Once it crosses plus another 15 minutes, so within a half-hour time, this should be done. Moving to the upside right there. This one also clocked the upside good, but stopped me out right here on this signal, and that's just the internal stop built into the strategy. It has nothing to do with the trades I'm taking, because I can actually take trades off of either one of these algos if I choose to. Here is the last AI strategy I've got. Clocked the upside really nicely, and then it just kind of ripped up. I'm experimenting with some additional settings on this today. So I am taking a very close look at this, because I think there's a little problem with TradeStation. So I have this, but I also have this workspace where I adjusted the settings manually, and as you can tell, the candle to the upside is still going, guys. Right there, look at that, boom. So you had a long that started at 8:30 in the morning, filtered out all this noise, and it's just continuing to go right there on this one specific strategy I've got here right now. All right, so that's what I have for you today, guys. And we're gonna have a fun and fantastic day, seeing how the market shakes out, and I'll be here all day trading this till 3:30 in the afternoon. Yep, very interesting. Okay. So let's see what's going on in the 5-minute right there. Oh yeah, we are way, 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 way up. And that trade is not going to fizzle out until you actually get the closing signal on this. Watch and see. And that'll tell you that the end of this upside when this actually closes off right there. This has been a very long in the morning today. And so you got to cut your losers sometimes, especially with the overnight. You got to be very careful. But I'm glad to know that you are now positive on your trade. So that's always a good sign that something's working out, right? So my thinking right now, guys, is I am looking for shorts. I am looking for a short entry, and in my next position, I am not looking for long entries at all. And even though you've got a bias to the market to the upside right here, keep in mind that this is on a daily chart and not an intraday chart right there, okay? Yeah, what you can do to avoid that is to, look at charts like this where you've got amplitude swings, and see how you can adjust your channels to know when the amplitude swings occur, so that it provides you better entries and exits with what you're doing there. And that's just a very simple idea. All right, we just got a signal here to go short, and this has been very accurate. Yeah, if you don't cut losses, man, what ends up happening is you end up blowing up your account, and that's never good, especially with the Nasdaq. you know, you got to just be very careful there. So yeah, we got a signal here, here, and this is always generally super early, and this is like way early. All right, so we have a signal here, and it just ran up completely, and no signal here to close, no signal here to close, and we have not closed the upside here. So I'm not going to take any upside until I actually see that we actually do have closure on my higher time frames, and at least closure right here. I meant to say downside, not upside. Sorry, downside. So I am looking for a short entry on this, and I will take it, but I will take it as soon as this strategy closes off the position to the upside right there. Check this out.
Just to be aware, we have the US 3-year note auction due in 10 minutes time, so keep an eye out for any rates volatility.
Yeah, you're going to have some rate volatility right now based off of something that's happening in Europe. It's hard to understand this dude. He speaks in a very thick English accent. All right, guys, what I'm showing you right here is the market instability chart. And generally, when you see these outliers up here, coupled by a movement in the spike indicator up down here, let me just remove this so you can, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but it's right here. The spike is right here. It's above the threshold, and it's right there. That normally signals that there's about to be a move in the opposite direction. So, it's very, 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 very typical that this happens. And that little dot right there, which is kind of an outlier way up there, coupled with this spike, which is above the threshold, normally signals it's normally a good indication that there is going to be a reversal soon. So I'm keeping my eyes out open for that, because I am looking to take a short entry at some point soon as this signal here closes. So remember, guys, it closes when it crosses the 0 line plus 1 bar. All right? I don't really look at retests or things like that. That's normally done by people who trade discretionarily. You know, I'm a system trader, so I go based off my signals. I really don't go based off of retest and, you know, it's going to hit that level, that level. It's just, that's too subjective. It's too subjective, and it's too prone to for error. I mean, it's nice to look at, like the 60.618 Fibonacci and things like that. It's those are visual aids, but I don't trade off of them. You know, they're just way too subjective and prone to error. And let me give you a good example of that. Now, you know, I actually put the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement here, and a couple of others, because there's a member in the group that actually uses them, and you know, of course, his system is very precise in what he does. You know, he's been trading that system for a while, and I put him up here for more for a visual illustration and aid than anything else. And the reason why is because a lot of people look at these, right? So here it is right here. It's the blue line. That's the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement right there. There it is right there, dash blue line. So what happened? You know, price hit that. You know, you had price resistance right there. And then it hit my level right here. This is my version of an improved version of a Fibonacci. It ripped right through that 61.8. Hit my level, just kind of bounced around, came back down for the support at that 61.8. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You could have gotten out of the trade right here and said, all right, I'll call it a day. But when you're system trading, you know that this is not your exit. Look what happens. Boom, it just ripped up. Okay, and there's nothing to tell you that the stock was going to stop here and not continue its way upward. You see? Strategy, however, it doesn't do that. The strategy keeps you in the trade. And here's that level right here that you were looking at on the 5-minute, and it just kept you in the trade, boom, all the way up. So, yeah, I think those lines are too subjective, but there's people that trade off of them religiously. They swear off of them, and they think it's the holy grail. So they're good to look at. Don't get me wrong. I just don't use them. Guys, if you're new to the group, I welcome you. Thank you so much for taking time. I know you've got a lot of choices when it comes to who you want to watch in the course of the trading day, and I appreciate you being here. Just do me a favor and show your support by liking the stream and also subscribing to the channel, as that will let you know that's the only way to find out when I come live. I am live every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 Eastern Time to 3:30 in the afternoon. So, also in the best interest of full disclosure, guys, there is a disclaimer in the comment box of the video, in the description box rather, and also on the Discord channel. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you are in a position that you want to get out of, I cannot advise you. That's something you have to discuss with your financial advisor. I am only here to illustrate how I trade my account with the systems I created for myself. Okay, so any trades you choose to take are solely done at your own risk. And this trade's been going on forever too, right here, since 8:30 in the morning, just, a big rip. But I'm experimenting with the settings on this one, which is the same thing as this one here. And you can tell the settings here were just a little different. This was actually done by the TradeStation optimizer last night. And I'm just not convinced that these are the right settings. That's the reason I'm testing it over here. Yeah, just like I'm not convinced that these are the right settings for this one. So, and with the overnight, we still have not received a closing signal there. Got a closing signal there. On the ES, this thing has just been ripping to the upside right there. And the first overnight we've got right here gave us a very premature signal right there. Anyway, we are looking at this carefully, guys, because I do have short signals across all 4 of the standard strategies here. And I am waiting to get into the trade just as soon as I get the closing signal off of this signal right here. So that's where I'm at. Okay. All right, we get bar change right now in about a minute. Okay, here we go. Boom, we just got the signal right there, guys, to go short on this. And I will take a short on this. And
Trade.
all right, I took a 2 contract short on that position. Okay, no changes there. And let's see where we're at on the 5-minute. We are in consolidation. We just went into consolidation right now. You got to love that, right? And of course, again, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, but we've been way up at this level already, so I'll take another one here.
Trade.
All right. So I just added another contract to that. Let's see. Do we have anything here? It's just rolling. Wow, caught the outlier. Perfect, perfect, perfect right there. Look at that. Perfect little outlier right there. Huh. Nice. All right, so I am short, guys. I am short, and that's me right now. I'm just trying to tweak some indicators here. Cool. All right. Yeah, may we both make good money on this trade. I don't think that this, if these settings are right. Again. Oh yeah, boom, it's coming down. I'm going to shut this down because this does not look right to me. I'll just open a new workspace and let it refresh. Calculating studies and strategies. And there it goes. Dang it. This has to be a TradeStation issue right there. It's got to be a TradeStation issue. All right, so there we go, guys. Finally got this thing to work. It's got to be it's got to be a launch problem every time I do this with TradeStation. Sometimes it hangs up with the processing of the data. I have no idea why. Anyway, finally got it to where it should be right now. And there it goes, right there. So, you know, you got a short signal there. You can ignore these because these are not optimized correctly for today. And you got a nice short signal there as well today. Very premature short signal there. Nothing here yet. Premature short signal there. Market instability, nailed it right there with that bar. You can't see the bar. It's kind of tiny on your screen, but it's right there. That nailed it. I mean, absolutely nailed it right there. This is a damn good chart. And we are here. I'm just going to leave this here, guys, because I am going to finish my trade off of this signal here, wherever it gives me the signal. Okay, so this was the signal this morning. That's what the signal should have been this morning. It just got hung up for some reason in the calculation of the parameters when I launched it. And this is, you know, it happens occasionally with TradeStation. Sometimes I need to flush out the cache folder where it contains all these optimizations, because for some reason I think that that's causing interference, you know, when I optimize them. So every few days I got to remind myself, you know, flush out the cache, you know. So I'm going to have to do that after the market close today. But anyway, we have two massive, we had a massive winner there, and now we have downside. I am short a total of 5 contracts, just so you know. And by the way, guys, can someone tell me on the chat box if you guys are getting a smooth stream on your end? Because I've got this yellow thing on my YouTube that says that my video isn't smooth enough or something. Are you guys getting a smooth stream on your end? Can you just reply with yes or no, please? So I just took a full-size position on this right now to the downside, and full size for me is 5 contracts. We're almost out of consolidation to the downside. Sorry, I should have put it there. Here's where we're at right here. Okay, again, that blue line right here is the 0.61, I think it's 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. And I have it here for illustration purposes on my chart because it's helpful to see where the security is trading at relative to my levels that I've got here on the chart as well. So also, guys, on your screen, there is a little gear icon in the bottom right corner of your YouTube where you can adjust the setting and change it from 720 to 1080p. Just so you guys know, in case you're not aware of that. And that might help with the quality of the stream on your site. Also, guys, please don't forget to like the live stream if you're enjoying what you're looking at. It does help, you know, with it does help in sharing it with other traders who might not be aware that I exist. Here, YouTube land. Wow, nailed the downside right there. Perfect. Look at that. Pow. We just got bar change right now, and there is no change in the signals right here, here, or here. And this is going to be fizzling out in about 2 bars. But remember, guys, this is very short-term cyclic moves in the market. I mean, you can trade this alone and, you know, do very well. I prefer longer moves. These little type moves right here, they're great, but I like to look at them for visual representation of directional bias of where the market is going at any given point in time. I much rather prefer trading these type of trades right here. Okay, this is my forte right here. This is where I make all my money.
ECB's Villeroy says market reaction to ECB may have been too strong. ECB's Villeroy says market reaction to ECB may have been too strong. I've seen a bit of a lift in EGBs on the back of that comment.
let's take a look and see how much more downside we've got left on that. Oh yeah, we've got quite a bit. We do have quite a bit of downside left on that trade, on this trade right here. See what's behind this here. I've got another algorithm just running in the background here, and I'm just going to move this here since we're not trading that strategy, not on that chart at least. Here we go, right here. I adjusted the amplitude and frequency settings on this last night. This is something that I'm also testing. These middle charts here, I should just write testing on it so no one looks at it, but now I'm testing this as well. Yeah, right here, this is the one you want to look at, all right? And yeah, we still have a long way to go to the, to the downside on this right now. And I am already up about, I don't know, $2,600 on this trade here for you guys who love P&L. Here you go. Right there. Okay. It's my P&L, and I'll come back to it later. Once we go ahead and get more steam going on this trade here to the downside.
Of note for McDonald's, MCD, talking about the earlier WSJ article, McDonald's statement saying it maintained active dialogue with Carl Icahn about the goal of creating US supply chain free of gestational stalls for confirmed pregnant sows.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but I only made out about 50% of what he said because he's got such a thick British accent, I could barely understand what he says. So I subscribed to a 7-day trial of New Squawk, and I'm not knowing that these guys were based out of London. So I've got Bloomberg running in the background, and I've got this. So I'm just trying to see if there's any benefit to having it at the trade desk for what I do. So we'll know in 7 days. Yeah, I'll go 5 contracts, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. Yeah, but most likely it's 2-3 contracts.
Keep an eye on euro-dollar FX cross, finding support at 114 after these very comments. Previously at 114.15 before he did make that market reaction comment.
But if I have a high conviction trade that I believe in and a good setup, then yeah, I'll go full size with 5 contracts. Good. Facebook's at a low. I hope it goes to 0. I absolutely hate Facebook. I have a love-hate relationship with that company. The only reason I keep it is because I've got family members who live overseas, and that's the only way we're able to stay in touch. And that's the only reason I keep it. But I'm not on there every day looking to see what everybody else is doing. I just absolutely don't like it. I will tell you a Facebook story, though. Many years ago when Facebook first did their IPO, Their stock price, I think, was in the 30s somewhere. And I had a client back then, and this guy had about $500,000, and he said, put it all into Facebook, every single penny of it. We even had to get this guy to give us a notarized letter, authorizing us to do that. So he took $500,000 and he plowed it all into Facebook right at the IPO.
And just do note, latest Kramer Investing Club members added well HON, MasterCard MA, and Nucor NUE.
So the story goes...
Correction, that's MasterCard and Nucor trimmed, while Honeywell is added HON. So selling shares of MasterCard in Kramer's Investing Club and Nucor, and adding Honeywell.
All right. So that's the new squawk. Anyway, the story goes that, the dude, we got him into Facebook because Morgan Stanley at the time, when I was there with them, had shares to the IPO, right? So, we got him in his allocation of shares into Facebook. And what ended up happening is once it went public, if you guys remember, in the subsequent weeks, Facebook stock just tanked. It went from its IPO price all the way down to like $16 a share. And this client was freaking out. He was just losing it. He thought he was going to lose all his money, and he was down like more than 50%, and he was just having a baby. And I told him, man, I go, look, Facebook's got over 1 billion users. They have a massive marketing base, and this company is going to be extremely profitable. These type of pullbacks are very common in the tech space, especially when they go IPO. So just hang in there, and the stock's going to rebound. You're going to be okay, and long term, it's gonna pencil out well. I mean, we had a price target at $65 a share for Facebook, even though it IPO'd at 33. And this guy's freaking out because the stock tanked to 16, and now, he's looking for the exit. And I said to him, listen, don't sell the stock, just hang on to it. And no, he got pissed off. He ended up letting his emotions get to him. And he ended up selling Facebook at like $17.50 a share, and pulling out of the stock only to see the stock run up in price to the 50s and 60s, and later to the 60s, where we had our price target in the subsequent months to come. And that story speaks volumes of what a lot of investors do in the market when they see those type of drawdowns in their account, and they don't listen to sound financial advice. They flip out, they freak out, and they make irrational decisions based on emotion, which in this particular case cost this guy a whole bunch of money. I'm never going to forget him. Never going to forget this guy. But that was on him, not on us. All right, guys, we got 5 more minutes to bar change. All right, 5 more minutes to bar change. And we are out of consolidation. Right here. we still have a long way to go on that short. So there we are. All right, guys, if you just tuned in, we are live trading the Nasdaq 100 futures. I am short right now on this position right up here to the downside. If you are just joining us now for the first time, you're welcome to the group. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it does show your support. And it's also encouraging for me. See over here, we got 2 minutes for bar change, and I just want to keep this here. All right, 30 seconds. All right, no change at all. None here. None there. And none right here. Okay. Nothing here on my experimentals. Let's see what's happening with the ES over here. Yeah, finally gave you the short signal right here just now for the ES, and this is not bad. Let me check performance on this today. This has been 80% accurate, which is really robust. I had one bad trade. I'm still working on this, on the signals on this guy, so it's not completely polished and ready to go, but I do work on it with the limited time I have after the market, and I am trying to get it ready for the next couple of weeks. So nothing here, nothing here as well. Okay, still on the short side, and we are still in this position right now, going down. right, let me just get this back here to this chart, and we'll just leave it here. We got good resistance right here between the 744 and 758 levels, which is good. Let's take a peek at the 5-minute. Look at that. Right there. Interesting. That's the reason I added this, because I wanted to see what would happen right there. Interesting to see. All right, let me just back up. It's going to be a slow trade, guys. You're in that 1 o'clock hour, remember. And we just entered consolidation again. Gotta love it, right? Since this is going to take a little bit to play out, and we got 10 more minutes for bar change, I'm going to leave it here for you guys to see where we're at.
Just a note here for Meta, ticker FB. It says Meta is absolutely not threatening to leave Europe.
You guys notice, if you guys are discretionarily trading the Nasdaq, I've said it before and I'll say it time and again. This chart alone right here, you could, with what you have right here, you can print money all day. Seriously, you can. Just take this upside right here, for example. Boom, caught the upside right there, the end. Caught the downside, boom, right there at the crossing, the end. And now it's oscillating to the upside a little bit. Right. I mean, this is like really super accurate in conjunction with everything else on the chart. But these alone are also algorithms that are detecting different aspects of the data spectrum. I primarily use a 5-minute to get a visual of where we're at in the phase cycle, and also areas of consolidation, which my indicator has been very accurate in tracking, and also just where we're at, with relation to certain key levels I've got here on the chart. But I do not trade off the 5-minute. It's more of a visual aid than anything else. Just remember, guys, that right now this is all setting up, for. Let me just take a look at something real quick. Okay, good. This is all setting up for upside, for a nice rally in the Nasdaq. I said it yesterday and a couple of days before that we were going to trade sideways if this didn't slinky beyond this level, and look what happened. It touched the 410, slinkied back up, and has been trading sideways right there. However, this filter down here just crossed the 0 line right here. This is going up. The long-term filter is also going up, and you have inflow from institutional investors back into the asset as well. So all these things combined, along with the fact that I've got a long signal on the strategy there, point to continued upside. And now that institutional flow is back in and we're above the 0 line down here, I expect to see a nice push up in the Nasdaq in the days to come. So keep an eye out for that. I'll post this as I do every day in the Discord group. Oh, sorry. We're out of consolidation right now. So we're out of consolidation, so I'm just going to put this... That caught the... no, that's the ES right there. Sorry. Here's where we're at. I have a hunch that this is going to come all the way down here. And that's just a hunch. 3 more minutes for bar change. All right, we've got 4 bars since the signal hit, and boom, here we go. Let's see how much there's left. Oh yeah, there's a lot left in this downside trade. This trade is not going to fizzle until you actually get across above the 0 line right here, +1 bar. So it's going to be a while. Let's do a quick check on P&L if it matters. Here we go. Right there. There's P&L right now for this position. And I'll come back to that in a little bit, because I hate looking at P&L. Interesting. It's at that 61.8 right there. Right there. Interesting. Yeah, Lee was the one who gave me the idea of plotting these to the chart. And very interesting to see how they work relative to the levels I've got on the chart. So it's right there at that 61.8 retracement. All right, guys, we got 1 more minute, and let's see. We're going to get bar change right here on this. Boom, right there. There you go. You get bar change right there. You get no bar change there, no bar change there, nothing there. Let me just go through these quick. Nothing there. Nothing there. And nothing here. You still have a lot more to go to the downside right here. So given that this is a very cyclic strategy here, I'm not trading this strategy. You could if you want, but this is not what I trade. I am trading this right here. Hi guys, if you're new to the group, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I am short 5 contracts on this. Please do like the channel, because it does show your support, and that is very much appreciated. And also make sure you subscribe. That's the only way you're going to get notified when I come live. Interesting to see the relationship between this level and price right there. Look at that. It's just resting at that 61.8 level right there. Very, very interesting to see that, as it did here, and that hit the 50% up there. Then it kind of just, flipped around and came down. Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me if this is kind of doing that because you got this right there, and this typically goes up a little bit, maybe to the side, and then it'll come down. All right, so no market instability whatsoever, but it did capture that one really, really nice right there with that bar right there. Nailed it right there. Boom. If any of you guys are curious to know what this move here represented in terms of points, this was a 246 point move to the upside. Good thing is that we are not in consolidation right now. Coming up to the top of the hour very soon, guys. You're still in that trade of the short side, right?
Yes.
Wow. Wow, wow. How much are you up?
I am here on $20 positive.
No, on the other one.
Let me get it. I am $10. $55 up.
On the NQ?
No, this is for the BX. The NQ, I'm $20 up.
You're
On
20
the short.
on the short.
Yeah, but for the long this morning, I got a 2,900.
So you made 2,900 on the way up.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow. That's good. But you took the short, right?
Yeah. I'm still on the short.
You're still in the short. Okay.
Yeah. It's right there on the mark
Ah.
where I got it.
Ah, I see. These periods of silence are just moments where we're just waiting to see what's going to happen with price action right now.
Just seeing some comments here from German Chancellor Scholz on the geopolitical footing, who says the view of Germany, France and Poland on Russia is identical, and that their common goal is to prevent a war in Europe.
All right, guys, we just it's trying to break into consolidation right now. I'll flip the chart in just a moment after we get bar change, okay? All right, we just got bar change right now. Let's take a peek and see what's going on right here. This was a bad signal to the short side. No signal, no signal. And this, it's doing what it's supposed to do. This will be over in about 2 bars once this red trace crosses the 0 line. Very common for this to do this. As it captures very short amplitude swings in the market, as you can see right here. It's a really tight. It's just to let you know where the swings are. That's basically the whole reason why I've got it here, because I like to know exactly how the market's oscillating. All right, so let's see here. No change in this. No change here as well. Nothing there. And let's see what happened with the ES. Boom, you still have a short signal there in the ES. And as far as our trades go, no signals right here. None there, none there, and none there. Okay. This trade still has a long way to go to the bottom right there before we actually get any significant sign that it is that it is over. In fact, let me just minimize that right there because I just want to see this real quick. All right. So we're back here, guys, and I'm just going to leave it here. In fact, if you want to look and see where the cyclic trades are, oops, wrong one. I'll just leave this up right here. You can watch it. And we're back in consolidation mode as well. But that's not going to help you determine when the cycle trend is over, the cyclic swing rather. So I'm going to leave this up so you guys can see, okay? And this is officially going to end when you get this crossing back down to the downside plus 1 bar. All right, guys, I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, boys, I'm back. We are also out of consolidation with a slight move to the upside. So it's interesting. Price hit that 61.8 or 68.1. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. This Fibonacci, and then boom, just went right back to the point of control right there. Very, very, very interesting. And this is going to keep going until you get a crossing right here, and then that'll be it. That's just how this is designed to work. So for now, what we're seeing is we're looking at this short-term strategy here that caught the move perfectly to the upside. And again, guys, these are real short cyclic swings, and this captures them perfectly right here. So, when you're looking at something like this, yeah, this would have been your. If you like this type of trading right here, that's real short term, you could have just caught the upside right there. So that's all that's telling you. Yeah, I'm still in the position right now. I am still in there right now. This will fizzle pretty soon, and yeah, when it does, everything goes down. But you could easily exit the trade right here, take this up and come down. It's just more trading. That's very doable though. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, I am still in this position right here.
Just to note here for Intel, ticker INTC, and AI, ticker LIDR. According to an 13F filing, Intel has a 6.9 million share stake in AI. Off the back of this, AI have seen upside and now up 20% on the session.
It's got the move perfectly as well, right there. Pow. The end. Now it's going up. Great. I'll just keep this here, guys, so you can see the end of this move before it goes back down again. And we're also back in a consolidation zone as well. Right here. Boom. Got 4 minutes of bar change, guys. And something I learned a long time ago from the guy who created this TAS market profile here is whenever you start seeing thin areas of volume, such as you see here, normally they extend outward to the right, this way, like that, right? But normally when it starts thinning out like this, and they start getting really, really, really small, that's generally followed by a big move to the downside. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Three minutes. Don't know if you guys stood in the trade yesterday afternoon past the 330 stamp. I got out of the trade, and just as it's happened almost every afternoon, I was short, And about 10 minutes after I got out of the trade, Biden started speaking on what he plans to do to strengthen the alliance with our European members against Russia. And the market did not like what he was saying. It just sold off, and it sold off hard yesterday afternoon. Looks like we're in consolidation zone again. It's just right at the cusp. Right there. All right, we got one more minute, and let me go ahead and change it here. All right, guys, no bar change here at all. And right here, this is about to fizzle out. Right there. It's just about to fizzle out. And no change here in the AI algo as well. No change here, no change here. Let's look at the overnight. I always look at the overnight. Nothing there. Nothing there. And let's look at the ES. ES is just vacillating right there. It's at the tip of the fence, doing nothing. And we are in consolidation zone. So I'll just keep that here for a moment. That's it for the upside, pretty much, on the 5 minute, right there. Look at that. Done, right there. Boom. Got the crossing, later days. At the 50% mark in consolidation right now. For you guys who aren't familiar with consolidation, consolidation is an area where the instrument is going to trade sideways in a very tight up and down pattern, better known as whipsaw. It's also known as the area where the vast majority of traders will lose money. So this is flagged right here by the study. It's a paint bar study, and I created that study specifically to keep me out of bad trades when looking to enter trades. So, so the theory behind this, as I said again, guys, is the guy who created task market map is, you know, he said whenever you see thinning areas like this, normally price will come all the way down. So, I mean, you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt, right? So, because there's nothing to backtest that except the assumption that you believe what you see. So, I mean, anyone can imply that, but I've seen it happen before. So I'm interested to see if it's going to happen again, you know. But it doesn't happen every time. That's the point. And what happened with this here? All right, we're going to get, you know, the very next bar, you're going to get an exit signal on this, and that'll be the end of the upside, and this thing is going to go down. And that's the end of that. Because you still have a long way to go, guys, before this yellow trace crosses above the zero line right there. So that's that with that, and we are still in a holding pattern on that short position I have right now. But we're going to go back here because I want to see what happens when it touches this level. I just had this really cool, the Algo Trader t-shirt made, and it should be arriving today by mail, and I'm pretty excited to wear it. It's just something I made for myself to promote the channel while I'm at the gym. So I'll be wearing it tonight when I go to the gym. All right, guys, here we go, and 2:21 in the afternoon. Hope you guys have had a fantastic morning as I have. I had a great day yesterday, a great day this morning, and I'm having a great afternoon. Well, here we go. It's testing this little 61.8 or 68.1 Fibonacci line right here. And it's going to look like it's going to go blow right through it. Wow, I'm up like almost $5,000 on this trade. Let's have a quick P&L check of where I'm at.
And just a geopolitical update here via Politico, who say a bipartisan group of senators left a private dinner with German Chancellor Scholz feeling reassured about Russia's sanctions. To just continue, they did come away more confident in Berlin's alignment with the Biden administration, as Scholz faced criticism after he declined multiple times on Monday to echo Biden's vow that Russia's Germany gas pipeline Nord Stream 2 would be killed if Russia invades Ukraine. Just an update there from Politico saying US senators left feeling more assured after a private meeting with German Chancellor Scholz.
Hey, good afternoon, Chris. Welcome back to the channel. We are trading the Nasdaq 100 live, and we are short this bad boy. All right, so let's go back to where we were, guys. It just broke down to the downside from consolidation, and there we go, right there. My feeling on this is that this is going to go all the way down to here at some point in time. I hope. Hey, thanks for subscribing to the channel, Chris. Very much appreciated. It's always nice
Just
to have.
on the energy front here, White House economic advisor Bernstein, speaking on CNN, says releasing more oil reserves is an option. Just Bernstein there saying releasing more oil reserves is an option.
All right, you guys are hearing the Squawk newsfeed straight out of London. And I got a 7-day trial on that just to see if I like it. So, so we are here. Waiting to see if this bad boy just breaks down in about 1 minute. Hey, Shield Security, welcome back to the channel, man. I am on every day from 12:30 Eastern Time to 3:30 in the afternoon. There are days that I might stay till 4, depending on what's going on, but generally it's 12:30 Eastern till 3:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So now that you subscribed, you'll get a notification of when I come live. Shield Security, you're late to the trading floor today, man. Trading desk. But anyway, I am short this position, guys. And I just showed P&L just a moment ago. You know what? We just got bar change right here, and it broke past the 61 level right there. So hopefully this thing will just tank and go all the way down to the green line, and I'll be very happy to see that. We get bar change in 5 minutes, and this is going to end up being a loser right here. What do we have in the overnight? Bias to the short side, guy. This overnight, I can't stress to you enough how accurate it has been in the last few weeks in predicting overall market bias. Even though price went up right here from the signal, it still detected market bias as being short. That's the reason it hasn't closed out. It realized all this was just a bunch of noise, and it's just going right there. All right, let's see. I've got some other experimental ones right here. Now this one's also short. Filtered out all this noise, and it's still short. And the ES, I've been playing around with that. Wow, look at that. Okay, this ES has been very accurate today, with exception to this trade right there. Let's look at our market instability report right now, guys. Here we are right now, going down, and there's nothing to say that this is going to slinky back anytime soon. Right now, price is going down, but nothing here to detect anything right now. We are working off of this workspace right here. This strategy caught a 246-point move to the upside, which was enormous, absolutely a monster. And now we're here. Okay. Now, if you noticed just a little while ago, guys, you started to see this little pullback right here, which generally happens. I mean, the market just doesn't go down, 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 down. You know, it'll go down 3 or 4 bars, and it's got to take a breather. It's got to stop, pause, breathe, and that's exactly what happened in this pullback right there. And what caught the pullback right there was this. Right there, look, boom. And that's going to be gone in just a moment right now. Pow. Okay. Short as well, right here. And again, no signals to get out. And we are also working off of this. And this is another algo I developed to just get rid of noise, and it got rid of all this noise, and it is still short right there. So beautiful. So I'm going to take it back to this, and I'll just leave it here. Remember I said it may touch this, and I said that about what, an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, as long as I've been in this trade. So here we are. I'm up about $6,500 on this trade. So not bad. And will it touch here? Okay.
Just a further geopolitical update here from Politico's Burchard. He says that Macron mentioned new approaches to talks with Russia, but the French president did not provide further details of what those new approaches could entail. And that is according to Politico's Burchard.
A lot of geopolitical news hitting the wire right now, guys. Yes, I will mention the overnight just as soon as we get a bar change again in about 30 seconds.
Finance is pushing down.
Yeah, it is pushing down. All right, no bar change right here, guys, at all. And we have, wrong one, right here. No bar change at all, and we still have downside left to go on this. Remember, it's the trace has to cross the zero line plus 1 bar in order for this trade to end on this AI-powered algorithm. And no change here whatsoever to the downside. Wow, finally you got the short signal right here. See, told you that was a bad trade right there. That little pullback that everyone was wondering what the heck is going on. Yep, that happened right there. That just rolled down and boom, the end right there. Let me just check a couple things and Alrighty, let's take a peek at the overnight. So, okay, perfect. Give me just a second, guys. I'm taking a look at something else here. That was 4. Okay. Got it. All right. Very good downside bias right now. Yeah, okay. So the overnight. With respect to the overnight, guys, this overnight chart, what it does, it tracks the relationship between price and volatility among a few other proprietary things I've set in the algorithm. And what it does, it starts tracking this since midnight all the way through the course of the day, right? So I'm obviously not up at 2 in the morning taking trades, like this trade right here, 2, 3 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning, took a trade. We had below average volume in the overnight as represented by the histogram here, average being represented by the white line right here. So we had below average volume in the overnight right there, and the algo caught the moves in the underlying and what it's designed to detect, and started flagging the trades in the overnight right there. Normally, this is a very good indication of what bias is going to be like in the day session right there. Very cyclic market, that's what you're looking at right there. But also right here in the overnight, it completely filtered out all this noise and it still remained in short until it finally ends up giving you a short, to get out of the position right there. So anyway, there's a whole video I did on how to predict movements in the intraday market using overnight data, and I believe that video is on my YouTube channel. I believe it is, and you may want to reference that because it's about a 10-minute video, and I kind of go over how to use overnight volume in trading for the day session right there. But this overnight predictor has been dead accurate in predicting the bias in the day session moving forward. So the bias prior to the open was to the upside. It caught it right there at 9 a.m. Look at that. Gave you the signal right there at 9, and boom, got you out right there. I knew all this was going to be noise right there, and the rest of it was going to be downside for the day. So that's the reason you got a short signal right there. Other experimental ones right here, you got a short signal on this one as well, and this caught the upside bias at 7 a.m. in the morning right there, and you got the other signal to go short. Just got rid of the noise, and it's just coming down right there. So that's how that works. These are still under observation and research until I'm completely done tweaking them and adjusting them and making them work. Then they'll become part of the workspace here. But I got to give them a few weeks and everyday testing to see whether or not they're going to be as robust as I'm hoping they will. And then I'll just include one of these as part of the workspace. Same thing goes for the ES right here. I don't stay up all night trading the ES, but the ES has been damn accurate. Look at this, boom, boom, with the exception of this trade right here. And so far, this trade has worked out really nice as well to the downside on the ES. And this is something that is also a work in progress right there. But the full video on overnight trading, I believe it's in my YouTube channel, and I definitely encourage you to watch it. All right, so here we are again, guys. Yeah, sure thing, no problem. I also do these little 5-minute recap videos at the end of the trading session just to kind of highlight the action of what happened today. I realize that not everyone can sit at the trade desk every day to trade, so these 5-minute videos are just real helpful just to get a glimpse of what happened in the course of the day within 5 minutes. And I go over all these charts, just kind of highlighting the winners and the action that took place during the course of the day. So so that's just something I began doing this week because I realized no one's going to sit there and watch a 3.5-hour trading session, at night eating popcorn. They're just not going to do that. Dang it, we need more bad news. And look, it just, unbelievable how it came to this spot and just stopped. this yellow line right here is part of the filter that includes the magenta line right here. It goes right there, and it also includes the cayenne line right there. It's a 3-band cycle detector.
Just getting some comments from EU Energy Commissioner speaking in Washington. I say LNG terminals are using only 66% of capacity.
All right, that was the Squawk News Box, and what it is, it's my version of a cycle indicator that detects the key levels in the market. So yeah, it's a cycle indicator that was designed to create specifically in mind to track very specific key levels. It's kind of like a Fibonacci on steroids.
Equity news for Mandiant MNDT. Microsoft reportedly pursuing a deal for security firm Mandiant, according to Bloomberg sources. Microsoft reportedly pursuing a deal for security firm Mandiant MNDT. Does note that Microsoft deliberations may not result in a bid for Mandiant, however.
All right, I'm up about $7,000 on this trade. Not bad for the day, plus whatever I made in the morning. So it's been a good day so far. I have 4 minutes to bar change.
Just back on the geopolitical footing here, US Senate Democratic leader Schumer says negotiations are getting closer to a deal on Russia sanctions legislation. Schumer there just noting negotiations are getting closer to a deal on Russia sanctions legislation.
Yeah, you got a lot of geopolitical stuff hitting the headlines. You guys are hearing it directly from Squawk. And we still have very good downside left in this, guys. Ansel, are you still in that short you took earlier?
Just some more comments here from US Senate Majority Leader Schumer, who says he wants to pass a lawmaker's stock trading ban, and that is via punch bowl. Schumer wants to pass a lawmaker's stock trading ban, and that is according to punch bowl.
Let's take a quick peek at the, never mind. We get bar change now in 10 seconds. Let's see what happens if there are any changes whatsoever. All right, guys, we had no change here to the downside. That bad boy is going to continue its way south. And right here, we've had no change as well. In this AI-driven algorithm, neither have we had change here. Let's see if there's any change in the overnight. No change there. No change there. And let's look at this right here. This has been short forever. This has been short forever right there. And those are the signals we currently have right now. So you will have these pullbacks occasionally. That just means the market's taking a breather. And let's see if there's anything in the instability chart here. Nothing yet. Nothing visible on this, but that's it. We're just letting this work its way and do what it's got to do.
Just a note here for Peloton, ticker PTON. Their hardware chief and head of commercial are also to leave the company in the shake-up. And of course, this does follow the earlier news that CEO Foley is to step down, with former Netflix CFO McCarthy being named the new CEO. Just further Peloton shake-ups there.